And we've got Rosales at the plate. And when you got the bases loaded like this is the opportunity you look for in a game. It may not come again.
Well, when you have a lead, you want to keep adding to it. A big opportunity here to spread the margin.
Good pitch from Samaja, swung on and missed. Steve, how about the pitching performance so far today?
Get a lot of fly ball out so far in this one. Outfielders get.
And look at this. They're all running. And he is out at the plate. I don't know if the batter missed a sign or what, but you talk about running into an out. And our afternoon a bit overcast today. Still a good day to be at the ball yard. This looks serious enough, Steve, that he may have to come out of this ball game. That's tough.
Well, with the medical staff going out there, I don't think he's going to be able to return and stay in the game. I go back to that injury, Gary, and those are always very difficult ones there, and not much you can do. Sometimes it's just the happenstance of the game that can lead to injury.
This one's bounced up the middle. That's foul. Steve, we were talking about the injury. So long as the play is a clean play, even though you don't want to see it happen, at least you understand how it happened.
Well, that's right. I mean, listen, sometimes the game just plays itself out, and if you play hard, you do at times subject yourself to potential injury.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center. That one in the alley. This could be two or more. Pulls into second with that double, so he's in scoring position now with nobody out.
Now he tries to sneak one down and in to get the strike three call, but he fights it off outstanding job at the plate.
And that is so demoralizing for a pitcher. You work so hard to get ahead in the count, and then you give up a base hit. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike.
But Gary, we're into the fourth inning right now, and as you start to flip the lineup over again, they've only gotten 2 hits, so they're going to have to really evaluate what they should be looking for at the plate, and maybe they need to be a little bit more patient and make them work.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive, deep left center. And Cespedes going to play it. And he gets over to take care of business. Now the runner will have to hold at second.
A chance here to check out how the Cubs ranked in the National League last year. 8th in triples, 10th in stolen bases. And while the home run numbers just weren't quite stacking up with some of the other clubs around, really showing that they had to manufacture runs and not get their offense from power.
Navarro at the plate. He has averaged 204 against the A's.
And it just seems like there's always that one team that you struggle against. And this happens to be the team for him.
Ball one started off the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Well, and that'll saw his batting, too, if he swings at that one.
Changeup is in for a strike. 2-1. Steve, let's take a look at what he's getting done out there on the mound.
He's getting outs. Obviously you prefer to get him on the ground, but this is a fly ball pitcher getting fly ball outs.
And Deanna Navarro with a swing and a miss for a strike, and the count goes even.
Whoa, fella, you got to back off a little bit there now. It's a power curveball, but you have to sit back and wait for it to get in the zone.
And that one goes foul. Swing and a rocket toward short. 2 away. Too late, and he is safe at second.
Gary, I tell you what, I think he caught that one in self-defense. He couldn't even move. He had to just get the glove up.
We'll see Ian Stewart now with a man on second. Batting .250 lifetime, 3 for 12 record against the A's. And Stewart's got himself a base hit. And he scores.
Well, you see the pitch down to the zone a little bit, but he got a good piece of wood on it and drives it.
What you like about that at bat is the discipline to keep your head in.
Well, I tell you what, he changed locations, went down to the zone. It's a solid piece of hitting.
1 on. Here's Chris Young. His club knew it had to match some production here, and they've done it.
Gary, that was a great piece of hitting.
There he goes for second. And he is out trying to take second. So they pick up a run on 2 hits and leave no one on. Visions of Dale Svem affected this one. Let's see. His plan for getting this game back tied up worked. Now it's for his pitching staff to hold it that way. Last time up, he struck out looking. And here's the first one. Liner between first and second. Play is made.
Let's take a look at last year's rankings and see how the Oakland Athletics fared. 3rd in triples, 6th in batting average with runners in scoring position. And they were in the top 10 in home runs. That ability to drive the ball really paid dividends for this team's offense.
Here's the pitch to Cespedes. Swing and a ball pop foul down the right field line. Foul! The pitch. Helped him out there. 0-2.
That 2-seam fastball away is just screaming to be hit on the ground as the hitter opens up. Awfully tough to hit with that kind of movement.
Hit in the dirt. Rizzo And he steps on first. That's the second out. Let's take a peek at the teams that led the way in extra base hits last year. The Yankees, number 1. Second, the Rangers. The Red Sox, third. The Orioles, fourth. And fifth best, the A's.
Well, the bottom line is, as a hitter, you want to put yourself in scoring position any chance you can. Well, this team does it as good as anyone in the league at extra base hits. Seems like every time you look up, there's someone in scoring position making the pitcher work and the defense work extremely hard.
Fouled away. He doubled at his last appearance. Starts him out here. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, he wasn't trying to hit a single the other way with that swing. He's trying to take that ball out of the...
And that swung on and hit. And to Jesus. And he's there to retire the side. No runs on a hit. And Starlin Castro to lead it off. We'll see what he sees first here. There's a ground ball. Goes foul. Ground ball to short. Rosales gets it. That's one away. So with one away, it'll be David DeJesus. He was set down with a ground out in his prior at bat. And we've got Tony Cingrani out on the mound. He's been brought in to take over for the Athletics.
I'm sure they didn't set out thinking, hey, let's pitch all our bullpen guys this early in the game. What do you think, Gary? I don't know. They need this guy to hold down the fort and see if he can't give them some innings.
The pitch. And that one fouled off by DeJesus. Tried to fool him with a changeup, but it's 1-2.
Well, you got to like the way he's changing speed and mixing up his pitches. He just missed, though, with that changeup down and away.
Ground ball. Carter. And he steps on first. That's the second out.
A good feeling first baseman can go a long way to helping a team win a championship. This guy is flashing some leather over there.
Now we've got Rizzo here. He doubled and later scored in his last go-around. And he'll start him out. Starts him out with a sharp knuckle curve for a strike.
The knuckle curve is sometimes easier to pick up because you can see the pitcher's knuckle up on the ball in his release point, but the hitter lays off. Pretty good pitch to lay off of down and away.
Now a swing and a shot toward second. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. And a good half inning there, gone in short order in this one. Athletics 1, the Cubs 1. Due up. You look at this game from the viewpoint of Bob Melvin. You can sort of feel that hunger, first and foremost, making sure his staff And in this tie ball game, taking a look at the pen, we got some double-barreled action.
Well, they've got them both up out there trying to...
Here's a swing and a line drive. And he's on. That's the go-ahead run.
Well, this sort of hit starting out the inning, even though it's just a single, deflating as a pitcher because now he has to pitch out of the stretch. He has to concern himself with the bunt, but he also has to concern himself with giving up that big inning.
Navarro at the plate. Lined out in his last at-bat. Here's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
You throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. He got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground balls.
that is going to be one away and a called third strike sinker.
But just a great sequence of pitches right there, and it only took him 3.
Boy, that's about as fine a job on the mound as you can get. Well, here we go. It's Ian Stewart. Soriano covers first. First pitch on the way. Sinker drops in for a called strike.
You throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. He got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get a share of ground balls.
Here's the pitch. Stewart's going to foul that away. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Ian Stewart, he struck out.
That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
Well, if you're not looking for the breaking ball, you're going to struggle. That was a nice way with 2 strikes to generate the K.
And, John, the breaking pitch came directly after a real good off-speed pitch. I think that threw off his timing.
Yeah, a lot of times you would think if he throws a breaking ball, he's either going to foul it with a fastball most of the time, but he didn't. He fouled it with a breaking ball, and that's what got him in trouble.
Throw on to second base, forced play, side retired. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. Athletics 1. And it's Ingrani batting. He'll lead it off here, inning number 8. So that brings Brett Jackson to the plate. He'll be the pinch hitter.
As the pinch hitter comes into the game now, it officially closes the book on this guy's day.
Swings and misses. The good change right there. 0-1.
Well, Gary, this guy has an outstanding changeup. I mean, he makes his living by deceiving the hitter.
Here's a ground ball. Stewart. And he gathers this one. That's 1 down.
Well, Gary, I mean, the reason he gets so many swings and misses on this pitch is the change in velocity. He'll throw the hard fastball and then pull the string on the changeup. The hitter sees fastball, thinks fast.
Swung on, hit, and threw for a hit. The go-ahead run is on. Pence is not stopping yet.
The infield played it deep like they knew he was going to swing away. He did, but was still able to find a hole.
And it's Garcia now with 1 away. Here's the first pitch. Swings, and there's a drive high in the air. Off the wall.
Well, a great piece of work right there to get that double and put himself in scoring position. He got a fastball and took a good rip at it. Nice, short, compact swing.
Now it's Yoenis Cespedes. Now the chance goes for him in Oakland. He delivers. There's a swing and a line drive. Castro gets credit for that out.
Well, that's a huge out right there. Now with 2 down, they've got a legitimate chance of getting out of this inning with the game still tied.
Oh, Pence, here we go. Ball swung on, contact. DeJesus to field it. And that's out number 3. And with that right-hander warming up in the... How's the game look in the eyes of Dale Svem? And no doubt happy with the last inning on the mound. Now that focus is going to be on some good ABs. Barney will be at the plate. Got a tie ball game here, so you got to be ready to react. So they've got both the righty and lefty throwing.
And I suspect the manager's going to use both of them to be able to handle the situations and matchups through the rest of the inning.
Zach McAllister, he'll be pitching as the Athletics decide to bring in a reliever. Straight away left. 1 away. It's Takahashi at the plate. He struck out swinging his last time. The pitch. Line drive. That's foul towards first. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1. Taps this one foul to the right. One-two pitch coming. Inside for a ball. We're even at 2. Slider in there and gets him looking 2 down.
That slider started at him and broke down and in into the strike zone, just locked up the hitter.
So Starlin Castro, he'll try to keep it going. And get set for the first pitch. That curve is just a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. There's a ground ball. It gets through. Go ahead, run on base.
Well, this guy's always a threat to go. He steals a lot of bases, so they're going to have to keep a close eye on him, and maybe they'll make a mistake to the hitter, paying attention to the runner.
Here he is in a big moment, David DeJesus.
With over 8 million broadcasts and over 600 million viewers engaged monthly, Restream is the #1 tool to increase your live audience organically. Restream enables you to create, analyze, and share your high-quality streams to over 30 different social networks at once. In this video, we'll go over all the different parts of Restream, from Restream Studio to our analytics, combined chat, events, and more. So, let's get right into it. Multi-streaming is the next step in the evolution of content creation, and Restream takes us a step further by enabling broadcasters to escape platform boundaries. Restream makes it effortless to grow your core audience across.
First pitch of the AB. And he can't catch up with that one. 0-1. Batting average, .248 against the A's. Here's the delivery. And he leaves that one alone. David DeJesus evens the count.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
The 1-1. Swing and a liner to right center. And DeJesus picks up. The single. Castro, he's headed for third.
Boy, I tell you what, in close games, this is exactly what you want. The go-ahead run now on third base, 90. Feet away. I love the aggressiveness.
Now we've got Rizzo here. 2 for 3 thus far. Got a time. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. This one's towards Reddick. That'll do it as they put that one away. So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. And the Athletics coming up next. Middle of the lineup. Take a look at how this game is going for Bob Melvin. And at this point, every move is critical. He hasn't got any margin for error. Reddick is the batter. He'll start us out here in the last inning of regulation. Michael Bowden's going to be pitching. They've decided it was time to make a change here. Back up the middle, and that is in there, the go-ahead run on base. He's trying for second.
Well, this is not what you imagine when you go out to make a pitching change. You bring a guy in from out of the bullpen, and the first hitter he faces, he serves up a hit. Let's see if he...
And here goes Reddick after the steal. Oh, there he goes for second. And he lays one down here. Stewart fields it in time for the out.
You want to get runners in scoring position. Sometimes you have to lay the ball down and get them advanced. That's what he did right there.
And if this runner scores, we'll go back and take a look at what just happened. Say thank you very much.
Good team baseball right there.
Going to be Castillo now. Lined hard down the left field line. And that is going to get down. They're going to try and score Redding. And he scores. And the tie is broken. They take the lead.
We talk about a late inning ball club. They needed a big hit late in the game, in the final inning, and they got it. Clutch hitting, clutch performance. What a team.
And we've got Rosales at the plate. And at this point in the ball game, you'd love to add some more runs on that board.
Well, just get an insurance run or two to protect.
This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. This one to Soriano. Now it's 2 down. Castillo heads for third. Well, Steve, you'd like to have the RBI if you're the hitter, but that's not a bad out.
Yeah, obviously, he'd like to advance the run. And that's at least what he did, so everybody should be at least a little bit happy.
And Neshek's batting. That brings up Grandal. He's going to come on as a pinch. Swung on line to right center field. And that one to fall in, and the run will score.
You always want a cushion as you send your pitcher out to try to shut down the game. That hit delivers a run, and now it's a 2-run game. I think they have the margin they need to hold on to victory.
It's going to be Pence now. You could say you saw it coming, but the momentum has been earned. This lineup. Oh, he's running, taking off for second. Back there in deep left center. This one to Soriano. And that's the third out. That'll do it. They pick up 2. Welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. And here's Alfonso Soriano leading it off. We're trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. And doing the pitching, we'll watch Ryan Cook. He's going to be Oakland's closer. As he gets going against these Cub hitters, what's in store?
Another live arm. We get a chance to look at Ryan Cook on the mound. Explosive fastball in the mid-90s. He can ramp up to the high 90s, and then a pretty good breaking ball off that as well. He's got a chance to be a very effective pitcher.
That is in. It's going to bring the tying run to the plate.
I tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate, and he took advantage of it.
Navarro at the plate. And Travis Blackley is the pitcher. He's going to be Oakland's closer. Swing and a miss on the cutter. 0-1. That's a foul ball. Foul! And he fouls off another one. Foul! The pitch. Swung and a ground ball to third. Over to second for 1. And they get it. They turn 2. Always looking for that friend of a pitcher. They wanted that ground ball and got it.
Now they threw it around the horn to get the double play. Nice turn by the second baseman. Well, you can't blame the manager here. Playing the percentages, bringing in the right-handed hitter against his lefty pitcher. Let's see if it pays off.
It's going to be Grant Belfour on the mound. He's going to be Oakland's closer. John, what do you think his strategy is going to be today against this Cubs lineup?
If you're looking for a lead pitcher to come in with some personality, you've got Grant Balfour coming into this one. And here's a guy who is very, very proud of his fastball. Problem is he's been inconsistent. If I'm a hitter in this game, I'm looking dead red and trying to turn it on.
Here's the pitch. A swing and a foul off to the right side. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on grounder. This might be it. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Well, they picked up a big run in the final inning, Gary, and then held the lead, and the visiting team gone home happy.
Always like to recognize the player of the game, and we've got one today.
Well, you know, Gary, a lot of times it doesn't matter how many hits you get, but when you get those hits. And sometimes it only takes one, and that's how this game was decided today. That one big hit was the reason this team won. That's why he's our clutch performer.
Real good ball game. Great battle here. And it.